Spooky, scary skeletons send shivers down your spine. Welcome friends. I'm in the middle of a game of Everdell. We're going to paint some vampires today. Probably this guy, I think. Probably this guy. Stop that. Maybe not. Maybe we'll paint someone else. Maybe we'll keep painting this guy. Did you do a wee, buddy? No, you didn't. You liar. Or maybe we'll keep painting this guy. Or should we start someone new? Maybe we should start someone new. Come here, buddy. No. What a dickhead. I think I'm going to start someone new, actually. It won't be Sibylla. It won't be her. It won't be her. So it's one of these two. You can pick, Mini Mantis, since you're here, mate. Do I paint this guy with the wings? Or do I paint this guy with the spikes? Wings it is. Coolio. All right. Hey, buddy. I am not sure what to do with this guy. Alright, might actually do a bit of airbrushing to start, I think. Spooky, scary skeletons send shivers down your spine. What do I do? Hello, Topulus. What do I do for my last action in this? I think we'll do that. Oh, why would you fucking turn up now? Literally the worst. Literally the worst. Alright, that's pretty much done. G'day, King Shaney. Thanks for the subscription, mate. Stupid fucking... What's going on, Topulus? You having a good time, buddy? Hugo, what's up? You want your ball? Woo! What's going on? You want your ball? Hugo's being a lunatic this morning. Woo! Wonder how I should approach this guy. Well, first of all, Dano, you shouldn't fucking prime with this airbrush, you idiot. Oh well. So I'll talk a little bit about the diorama so far and what I'm finding most challenging and that is, of course, the lighting. There's lighting coming from the back. I have done some work on that, but so the lighting coming from the back means that I have to not highlight things from the traditional front top right sort of look. I have to be constantly reviewing if the actual approach that I've taken is working or not. And in most instances, it hasn't. So I'm being a little bit rule of cool, more than I would like. Where is my razor blade? Those mould lines there are in a very visible spot. Shivers down your spine. Where's my razor blade? There it is, hiding away. Alright, I think the colour palette for this guy will be... He feels like a Necroarch. So we'll go with a green colour. Yeah, let's start with green. Why not? G'day, Captain Carp. Welcome. We're well advanced on the diorama, mate. It's going well. Do you still feel the pain? And all the scars that were healed, your eyes have lied. But you see more than I. So yes, I went to the little convention that was being run this weekend at a place near my house. It's called Game X was the name of it. Seemed pretty good. I had a little painting competition there. I elected not to enter my models. Felt the competition was in its burgeoning stages. I don't think that me putting my works in there would have been all that beneficial for anyone, me or other attendees of the event. Just not worth it, probably. I saw that top. I might be able to enter now. Might be able to enter. The big dog. That's a dumb shit move, eh? Fuck. I just wanna lay in my bed. Okay, let's go. Yeah, so the constant question I'm asking myself, where is the direction of the light source, and how do I still maintain an interesting view from the front given that the light source is at the back? It's a challenge probably like I've not done before. The second part of my challenge at the moment is I have not been successful with my attempting to wire LEDs. Well, that's not true. The actual wiring part is fine. The part I'm struggling with is understanding how much juice I need and what resistor I need, because I'm using different LEDs, 2 different LEDs, and that is where I'm getting stuck. I can do the physical wiring okay. Bucks has been very keen. Yeah, where's that guy? What was his name? Chriso or Steve-O or something. Might have been Steve-O. Yeah, it was Steve Harrington. You want me to throw the ball, buddy? Give me your ball. Let it go. Leave it. Hey, leave it. Leave it, you dork. This is his ball. Did I scare him away, did I? Well, sorry, my guy. Steve Harrington, we need you back, son. I'm lost without Steve. So yeah, done some good painting this week on this project, and what I have established is that I'm a little bit rusty. G'day, pun expected. Going full ham on a project like this is not something I'd recommend when you're a little rusty. But it's also good to have that break sometimes and just use that time for learning. Not intentionally, I wasn't intentionally taking time off to actually be like, oh yeah, I'm going to fucking focus my time and energy on learning to be a better painter. What I found myself doing is just absorbing different techniques and approaches until I find myself back at the brushes and trying things a different way. The beacons are lit! Gondor calls for aid! And Rohan shall answer. Yeah, that's unfortunate, mate. It's always a depressing time when you can't paint. Most of the time when I'm sick, I'm still like, yeah, I can probably do a couple of hours of painting and still get a little bit of hobby time in. But yeah, when it gets you really bad, not much you can do. No, I ain't doing my hair. I ain't going anywhere. No, 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 no. That's just blue tack as well, mate. But I drill holes into my little holders, and stick the pins in them into the holes. So, and then I attach that with blue tack so it doesn't move around. It's a little from column A and a little from column B. Anyone watching She-Hulk? I am actually really enjoying it. It's a bit of a slow burner. It's got 9 episodes like WandaVision, which I wasn't expecting. I got really disappointed last week because I thought it was the finale. And it got to the end of the episode, I was like, what a shit finale. And then I was like, oh, hang on, it's 9 episodes. Cool. But yeah, it's been really good. Enjoyed it a lot. Yeah, he has not. Wonder how Jennifer Walters feels, or the actress rather. She's got her own show. It's really good. Did you do a wee? You did! Alright, little buddy gets a fucking treat from his wee. Good boy! Good boy! Yeah, good boy! Yeah, good job, buddy! Little idiot. Alright, let's move into a cold colour. Let's try lilac, maybe. No, or pastel violet. There we go. That'll be interesting. Technically, it's red and green almost. Yeah, he's just being a lunatic. Just running around. He's a fucking funny kid. He's 2 and a bit now, so he might start to calm down. He might. He might not. Because he's also part Jack Russell. So he may continue to be an absolute peanut. Yeah, he has. It had negligible effect. The day after he had his operation, Rocket was losing the plot because he just wouldn't sit still. He was just still being himself. He was jumping off fucking couches and shit. And she's like, "You're not supposed to do any physical activity for a week. Can you stop?" She was just losing it. She couldn't handle it. I, on the other hand, was like, let him jump around. He'll be fine. Dogs know their own bodies, Rocket. Like, just let him be. Yeah. Nah, he's a awesome little dude. Aren't you, buddy? Want to say hello? No, run away. Come here. He's looking at me trying to get me to chase him. He loves being chased. Fucking little idiot. Okay, let's go. Alright, so we're going to try a little bit of... try a little bit of a airbrushing now. So I've moved into this idea on this piece, which I haven't really refined or delivered on with any level of success, but I've kind of been trying to highlight each of the models with a different colour to kind of talk to the stained glass. So I haven't really figured it out yet if it's working, but there's just like a different colour to each model so far. Hello there, K-Source. Like, so for example, this guy I've used a little bit more teal, and then this guy I've used a little bit more yellow, and then this guy I've used a little bit more lilac, but it's not refined yet, and I don't actually know if it's going to work, if it's going to make it look like stained glass, or if it's just going to be a shit show. So I'm just gonna see. I'll just continue mucking around. I'm sure I have a really good airbrush colour for skin. What's happening, K-Sauce? Duck egg, there it is. We may put everything together today, actually, at the end of the stream, just to get a bit of a check on how it's all looking together. Haven't done that yet. For those who've been following along before, I try to progress all sort of areas to a basic sort of level, and then refine afterwards. Duck egg. Duck egg green. What a glorious colour you are. So, if I get the... When's the competition extended to, Top? Is it extended for like a month or a couple of days? If I get the diorama finished, I will try and enter that competition. The Poots one. And then I will allow everyone that I roasted on the stream to roast me back. Seems only fair. End of October. We're a chance. We're a chance. I think at the current rate I'm going, this will be about 3 weeks. roughly. So the blue is meant to represent the area that is in shadow. And once I have firmed up everyone's positions on the diorama, I can establish if I need more, value shift, and can decrease as needed with a blue hairbrush. Bum, 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 bum. This has been an interesting experience in painting different non-humanoid skin tones. I tried to use different colour palette for each of the vampires' skin tones. Every vampire's got a different combination of colours. which now that I think of it is going to make it pretty difficult to continue to touch them up. No, I ain't on my head. I ain't going anywhere. No, 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 no. Alright, what colour for the cloak? I think black will be the right option, because then we get to really focus on the skin. G'day, Wampa. You made it in time for us to talk about the Cowboys today, mate. How good. G'day, Imagine. Black will just make sure the focus is still on the skin. And don't forget there's giant wings to come over the top of this as well, so... I wonder how someone would paint translucent wings. Someone get Pizarski onto that. Send him a message. Get him on the blower. No, playoffs are already pretty much done, mate. The finals this weekend, the grand final, the last game of the season is this weekend. Cowboys didn't make it. They fell one round short. They lost last week. But it was still a glorious season, a turnaround for the ages to go from 15th last year all the way up to 3rd on the ladder, and then win the first round of finals to put themselves into the preliminary final. It's a glorious achievement. And actually they had the end of year awards yesterday. Who? Paul. For the season, for the whole competition. Yesterday? No. Wednesday night. And the coach of the Cowboys won the coach of the year. So, it's good. This is a weird cloak, really. Alright, so we're going to follow the light source. Feel like we should get everyone together on the base right now so that I can get a better sense if this angle's actually working that I'm painting him on. AK 3rd generation back or black or Chimera are the two that I'm using. They're pretty much interchangeable in my opinion. Chimera is probably slightly better, but it's also a little bit thinner, so I tend to use AK when I'm doing heavy work, and Chimera when I need to get fine. Yeah. Neither of those two will be suitable for you after. They're both pretty black. Alright, I'm going to do it now. I think I'm potentially pissing in the wind if I don't do this now. So, that's my legs. Alright, stand by. This should be fun. Good. Yeah. Alright. You can't really see me, but that's okay. So, put these guys on here. Fine. Yeah. Well, I guess so. I was just painting it, and that was the colour that it painted. Okay, those are the painted elements. Everything else is still black, so I'm not going to worry about putting them on. So my first observation, which I was aware of, but not thinking of at this juncture yet, the ground is just too saturated. We need to make it grayer, which is something I was aware of. That's fine. G'day, Chase. That feeling. Hello, mate. Nothing's done, Scarabos. Nothing's sort of finished as yet. It's all in various stages of effectiveness. I may need to abort mission on the second light source. Or sorry, I may need to put a second light source in because I just don't know that any of these has the right level of highlighting for the light source. I can get away with this guy because of these little braziers that are swinging from here. Yeah, there's going to have to be, because if the light source is this guy should have no highlighting in the front at all. It should all be lit from the back. And I did sort of start a little bit of lighting on top of his head. But yeah, alright, so what we need to do is move into a grayer palette for the base. Less colour to allow the saturation on these figures to be more. And we need to accept that there's potentially another light source. Yeah. Right here is a lady who has had her chest ripped open and a heart pulled out. She's having a real bad day. It's not working for me at the moment. Interesting, because I like all of the individual elements that I've painted, but it is not working. Might need to paint some more of the base. Yeah, let's move into some base work and see if we can get back on track. And I know you can count on me like 4, 2, 3, you'll be there. Where's this little fucker? Where to put your little fucking holder, you dickhead? There it is. Yeah, look, I mean, the throne has has to be a big impact, right? It's almost the key part of the story, but don't forget that the throne is more painted than everything else. Nothing else has had anywhere near the level of work put on as the throne. So if we get the rest of the figures similar to that, then, you know, we may be okay. But alright, I'm just going to push you over a bit, and alright. wanna lay in my bed. Wampa. You can't come in here and throw out ideas that we've literally been talking about for the last 2 months. Come on, son. The whole premise of this diorama was the stained glass light source, champion. You're killing me. I'm even putting an LED in the stained glass window to shoot light out. It's going to be interesting. All right. Maybe let's try and do the light source. Yes, it is going to be a red light. The piece is called Blood Moon. You don't have to put on the red lights. Put on the red light. Roxanne. Roxanne, put on the red light. I should really probably be spending the next few days painting this base, because this is the part that's going to make or break now. Roxanne, Roxanne, you don't have to put on the red light. You ever have those moments where you ask yourself, Deno, I'm sure you can use your own name instead of Deno. Deno, why do you do this to yourself? Why do you reach so high and then disappoint yourself over and over again? And well, Deno, the answer is because I'd much rather fail spectacularly than be with those cold nor timid souls who never knew victory nor defeat. Theodore Roosevelt, one of my favourite quotes. It's all yeah, that guy's a legend who wrote that article. It's all a learning process. Wow. Alright, so I'm trying to darken the base up a bit by using black, cold blue, German grey, and I'm trying to bring in the light source a little bit more, so we're getting a clearer sense of the light coming from above and putting shadows in these areas behind that. So I will do an airbrush as well to reinforce that. But that will come much later. So what I'm going to try and do is create more value contrast towards the areas that I want focus. So I want this chick in the middle here to almost be the central storyline. So we're going to try and over contrast this area. Alright, now, can I have a Rings of Power update from people who've watched the show? Is it going well? Is it going poorly? Do you feel it's a wise investment of your time? Okay, that's good. Yeah, I am too, mate. My friend Darren from Tuesday Night Games is always teasing me because he's like, "Oh, have you seen that?" And I'm like, "Yeah, it was fucking awesome." And he's like, "Mate, everyone thinks that movie's shit. Why do you think it's awesome?" I'm like, "Yeah, it's just cool, man. I just like bits. I just like things. Let me provide you a counterpoint, Minimancer. You're not on the easier side to please. It's become fashionable to dislike things. Oh my god, this is great. Indeed. Great mindset. But I think it's just almost a gap problem in society right now. It's just everyone's just like, oh, that's rubbish. That's trash. Just enjoy the fact that we've got a crazy amount of content that we can consume. Appreciate the good things about stuff. Never said there was anything wrong with a fair critique of something. But it's a little bit too easy to dislike things, I think. You can count on me like... And here's where I've done myself a disservice. Look at this fucking bass. This is gonna fucking take me ages. Yeah, but sometimes you need to brush that small, mate, for the detail. Because I've put so much fucking detail on this. Like an absolute fucking chump. Look at this thing. I really liked this little thing when I put it on. I was like, this is great. This is awesome. I'm a bad person. This is not awesome. Don't glue this shit down, Deno. You dickhead. It's a cool element though. I felt like it just needed something this side, so. What I'm struggling with at the moment, how much value contrast do I lean into with the shadows? Like, it's really easy when you have a light source to go, okay, cool, I go light here, dark here, but the shadows is where you actually make your decisions. How deep do you go with your shadows? So in what I'm saying by that is, if you have a huge value shift from light to dark, it makes the lighting look stronger and more intense. If you have less of a value shift, it makes the lighting look a little bit less intense. But I want it to be nighttime, right? So nope. I've wired the LED together and then it burned out because I have no idea what resistors to use and nothing at all in terms of how I'm going to fix that problem yet. Yet. Yeah, I've watched plenty of tutorials and I understand the how and I also understand the why. The part I don't understand is all of the websites I've found for resistor calculators don't really factor in when you're using LEDs of a different sort that I can see anyway. Because I'm using a couple of different types of LEDs, so. Because I've got one that's shaped like a moon. G'day TJ, what's happening, champion? Happy Daylight Savings Day. Yeah, I know. Neither do we. But everyone else does. And I thought you were in Perth. Hey, Match Fixer. I thought you guys did have it, actually. Because people in Perth go to 3 hours behind me for my work. Maybe I'm wrong. Match Fixer, it's been a good week. Koki and I got another mission in Oathsworn through on Tuesday night, so we've finished chapter 10, which puts us at the halfway point, or just before the halfway point rather, of the campaign, and I'm enjoying it quite a lot. The story part is the strongest element, I think. The gameplay loop is okay. I'm finding the actual card play to be not as interesting as Gloomhaven. I find it's just a little bit too straightforward. You're like, this is the card I play for my first opening move. This is the card that I play for the monster's first attack on me. This is when I play this card, etc., etc. Foolish Monk, it's Oathsworn into the Deep Wood. And hello, mate. I'll tell you what, I'm getting urges to whip out Kingdom Death again. Well, Koki and I are both playing 2 characters. So, and one of my characters died. And so I've been playing one character from the start, and then I've changed to a second one as well. Change a third one, sorry. So I've played 3 characters so far. Oh yeah, I saw a copy of that for sale, so I may go purchase it. It looked pretty good. I was on the Kickstarter, and then I didn't end up going in. G'day, Sleepy Slang. Yeah, love sci-fi. Probably not quite as much as I enjoy fantasy, but still a big fan. The Expanse. I just watched The Expanse a couple of months ago. It was awesome. One of my favourite shows I've ever watched. Could be the best television show ever made. Oh, it's awesome. Have I painted any sci-fi models? I have. Hey, Rocket.
Hey, mate.
How'd you go? Painted a lot of sci-fi models. In fact, the next project that I do after this one, the next big project I should say, is going to be a pretty crazy cyberpunk city. Did I paint any more models? I have, yes. As in for this diorama, or just in general? Why didn't you get the one I like?
Because it's bad for your butt.
I don't like that one. Yep, here we go, Sleepy Slang. So, yeah, I think you've seen this guy already. The new Tainted Grail. I watched some reviews of it. I've done this guy. Cool. I've done this guy. I've done this guy. I've done this guy. So yes. Tainted Grail. I'm keen, maybe. That's the thing. I can't decide. I've got a couple of really big campaign games coming already. I've got Aeon Trespass Odyssey, which is due in a couple of months. I've got Forsaken, which just finished on Kickstarter then. I've got Hell the Last Saga, which who knows where that's going to be at soon, but yeah, so I've got quite a few coming. So I've experienced Tainted Grail. I've experienced Tainted Grail's gameplay. I enjoyed it. Just not sure that I need to go back and play more of it, you know? That's the question I'm asking myself at the moment. Do I need to play more Tainted Grail? Maybe I do. Yeah, I hope so for Hell. I was pretty pumped for it actually. The only one I missed that I'm regretting now, I don't normally miss too many. I put in $1 and then it buys me the time to review them and, you know, make my decisions. But I missed Isafarian Guard, which looks like it'll be shipping soon. So looks pretty good. Yeah, anyway, my point being that I like Tainted Grail. I really liked the story. I didn't like the gameplay that much. And so, do I want to spend $300 odd on what is essentially a book? Rocket will answer that for us. Do I want to spend $300 on what is essentially a book?
I mean, no.
Yeah.
The only time I've spent that much on a book was like an antique box set in petrol blue leather, like the collected works of Shakespeare.
Yeah.
That's an antique.
Mm.
It's 300 years old. 200? Can't remember.
Well, the good news is that my mate Darren
Oh, almond milk.
went in on Isafarian Guard, so
God,
I may be able to borrow it from him when he finishes playing. And I feel like I've got one more coming as well. I've got a game called Solar 75, which just looks like a nice game for us, for our gaming groups. I'm going to play that one. Euthia, thanks Paul. Yeah, I went in on Euthia as well. So yeah, I mean Euthia is probably 2 years away. Hell's probably 1 year away. And Aeon Trespass Odyssey. And then the Gambler's Chest as well, which is apparently pencils are down on the Gambler's Chest. So yeah, I sell them on. I try to keep my collection pretty trim in terms of only keeping games that I will play multiple times again, or games that I believe are keepers forever. Yeah, I got Gloomhaven, Mage Knight, Scythe, Root. I would never... I've got Frosthaven too, actually. Fuck. I've got more games coming than I realised. Oopsies. Which expansion? The Wessex expansion? Is there a new one that I'm not aware of? Oh yeah, I've got that, yeah. Yeah. 10 out of 10 recommend that expansion. It's very good. had some really good servants. My favourite servant that you get in that is the chef. You can put her on an activity, and you can invite people of a higher level than your reputation would allow. Which is a really good ability. I've played quite a few of the Zombicides in my time, and I find them to be a very adequate game. Just fine. You know? They're just a fine, good experience that I wouldn't go out of my way to play, but they're fine. Someone was like, hey, do you want to come over and play Zombicide? I would say, yes. Yes, I will. Someone was like, hey, what game should we play? I will not recommend Zombicide. I will say literally anything else. But they're fine. Wow, that is unfortunate. I have not had a piece go missing in the mail yet, touch wood. And actually the Aradia Hyperborea Kickstarter that I did the diorama for, it went through the mail and arrived at its new home this week, and it was pretty much intact, which is good. Yeah, Black Plague is probably my favourite of them because I like the theme the most. Invader's supposed to be the best all round, is what I've been told. So, wow, that is suboptimal. So Andy Bucks, the great man, has been enthusiastically preparing his house for streaming. He's got his own dedicated setup now. And if everything goes to plan, tomorrow night on our Party Monday stream, we will have both Andy and my cameras on stream showcasing the work that we are both doing. That's my plan. Can I make it work? I don't know. But we're damn sure going to try. Maniac, maniac on the floor. Not much of a good angle for you here, I'm sorry. What did you want feedback on, mate? What piece you been working on? I can count on you, I won't. G'day, Kung Fu. Yeah, She-Hulk 7's out. It's good. But I can count on you like 4, 3, 2, you'll be there. It's good. Your yellow's looking a little bit green, which it shouldn't be. Your sword and your armor are different steel colors, which could be intended, which would be fine if it is. And I think overall probably just need to be try and be a little smoother now with your blending would be my advice. You got all the light in the right spots and all that sort of stuff. Kara does some pretty awesome pieces. Yeah, I don't know what she's going on about the blue. The blue does not. I don't understand it either. Oh my god, this is great. Alright, how much do I want to tone down this teal colour? I like it, but it may just be too much. Too much. Nobody's gonna tell me. I think so. I don't follow her, but I think she does, yeah. And that might sound like a dickhead move, but I only... I'm very, very brutal with my social media follows. I want purely and simply things that inspire me and align with the way that I like to do things. And Cara and I are just vastly different approaches to painting, so I appreciate her stuff, but it's also nice to just be surprised when I see her work at Crimson Brush, you know, just nice to see something that I haven't seen on the socials. Alright, that's all looking improved, this area. Yeah, I'm not judging this year, but yeah, I had a really good conversation with someone the other day. Actually, another painting competition in Australia, which is really cool. It's called the Arc Open. I'll talk more about it down the track, but I'm going to be able to enter it, which is really cool. But yeah, I was having a conversation with the guy who's organising it, and I was just sort of saying, I don't think judging is impacted by that as much as you think it is. As a general statement, whether I've seen something or not doesn't impact my ability to judge it fairly. In fact, I actually think if I've seen something before, it gives me the ability to judge it more fairly because I've had more time to absorb all of the nuances of it. So, yeah, it was just an interesting conversation because we were talking about the two competitions, and one of the rules that he had implemented at their event was that if you had entered at another event, you would be ineligible to enter in the Arc Open. Now the Arc Open is about a month and a half after Crimson Brush, and I was like, hey, can we talk about that rule? I'm not sure that's going to benefit you. I think you'd be better off not doing that. You'll get more people entering your event. And to their absolute credit, he went away to the judging panel and to the organisers, and they amended that rule. They've taken it out of the rules pack. So better for Crimson and better for them. So everyone wins, I think. We get more people at different painting competitions in Australia. So yeah, I'm pretty excited. You just get a better sense of things that you've missed, or if you've spent a bit of time looking at it on socials. Right, here's the thing: how often does anyone sit there really and look at stuff on social media for more than a minute or two? Right. The only thing that you miss is that first initial wow, and when you're judging, that wow is the last part of the decision. Right. I will assess every other element, the quality, the contrast, the skill, the concept, before I will ask myself, okay, well, I need to decide which one made me go wow more. That is the Well, that's what happens in Europe, yeah. But in Australia, we've only ever really had one event, and so the fact that we've now got a second one is pretty exciting, because it means we have to ask that question. Well, I'm just talking about the way that I approach things. If it ever comes down to which of these two pieces should win a medal or whatever, if I can't break them in any other way, then yeah, I would ask the question of, well, which one made me go wow more, or a better way to say that is, which one did I like more? So. I've considered brown and a wash. It's worked for me in the past. At my house, no, Rocket's playing with Hugo. They're having a fun time. Yeah, I understand those feels, mate. It's hard sometimes when you haven't painted for a while. I was just commenting earlier on the stream that that's sort of a little bit how I feel with this piece. It's been such a while since I've done a big project or even really much display painting that you do feel like you lose a little bit of something, don't you? Hey, Rocket.
Hey, I just gotta go have a
All
shower.
right, go have a shower. Do-do-do-do-do.
Oh, I need to get clothes today so that I'm not naked in the stream. Hey buddy, did you have a nibble on my arm? You did, didn't you? You did. Just a little nibble.
So, anyone that watched the Kingdom Death judging, the Paint Me Like a Pin-Up judging that I did a couple of weekends ago, when we got to the Masters, there was 4 pieces that we actually were deciding between. One of them was a piece by Zumitakimo Miniatures, and I found on the internet the other day that he actually did a YouTube video. See you, Sleepy Slang. He did a YouTube video on his piece that he'd actually painted for the competition, and it was just about a couple of things: painting skin, painting smooth. But if you're interested, you should go find it. Yeah, the beardy guy. Okay, Net Diver. He is a nice painter. He's a nice man as well, but he is a nice painter. Alright, well, this I think will need to be my focus for the next little bit, is this base. Because we have been going for about an hour on it, and I've barely resolved one area. Oh, beautiful. Thanks, Vince. Yeah. Look, I do like painting rocks, as you well know. So this has been fine, but That. No idea. It's all just fucking do your best at the moment, Dino. Just do your best, mate. Have not thought that far ahead. You build these things, you build them, you're like, this is a great idea. And then you get to this point and you're like, wow, I've made a terrible, terrible mistake. What am I doing with my life? G'day, Noah's Army. Oh, that sucks. What parts were you missing? Yeah. It's weird. You would have thought one would have assumed that had somewhere rattled around in the box or something. Yes, I said it. I said it 'cause I can. Yep. They're pretty good with replacement parts, mate. It just will probably take you a bit of time, so just go back to the old waiting game, mate, that we all did for such a long time before Icewan arrived. Yeah, mate, we're up to chapter 10 in one of the campaigns I'm playing. I'm actually playing two. The other one we're up to chapter 4. Sorry, in the first one we've finished chapter 10, and the second one we're about to start chapter 4. Yeah, it's good. It's the best narrative game I've played. The story's tremendous, and probably what's surprised me most is how invested in the story I've gotten. Like, I'm not normally I normally appreciate story, but usually I'm just like, yeah, let's play the mechanics. Let's play, the Gloomhaven card play and get into the strategic side, which is where most of my background is, right, in competitive miniature gaming and stuff. I'm all about how I can break the rules in a way. So yeah, this is good. It's probably not my favourite. I think Gloomhaven's card play is more interesting. Each turn, what I've enjoyed about Oathsworn is finding the combination. That was interesting, like different cards and stuff, and yeah, without going into too much detail, the leveling up with your Oathsworn characters is where it's really fun, because you get to rejig your setup around which cards you start with, what's your opener and stuff. And there's a fun moment in each encounter where you sit there with your cards and you're determining, which cards will be the ones that you'll take into the encounter based on the type of monster you're fighting, and so that's really fun. But the actual the turn by turn card play. The decision, nah, it's 7 cards. It's not really a deck builder. The turn by turn decision is where the game falls down a little bit, because in pretty much in every instance there's a correct choice. Certainly with the character I'm playing at the moment. I'm just like, yep, so it's turn 1, so this is the card I play, turn 1. And then the monster attacks me. Oh look, I play this defense card. You know, it just feels a little bit like I sort of know what the optimal option is at any given moment, and I'd much rather it feel like I have to sit there and agonise over every decision. Yeah, you've only got a deck of 7 cards. I wouldn't really classify it a deck builder, but it is excellent production, and the game's been awesome. Like we're pumped to keep playing it, but the reason we're pumped is because it's like, oh, what's going to happen next in the story? You know, that's the part that we're like frothing over. Yeah, the miniatures are tremendous, and look, I would have bought the game just for the miniatures. You know, I think the quality of the character models is the best I've seen in a board game. I won't spoil. Hey Gary, I have done a fair bit of mocking up so far, but yeah, here's the various bits. So this guy, he sits right here, so I've put him on. This guy, he sits up the top. Got the throne. He's obviously here. So yeah, I've done a fair bit of work. I put it all together earlier, and what I learned was that I need to spend more time working on the base. So that's what I'm doing now, is I'm just spending a little bit more time working on the base, so I can get it all. Thanks, Valentino. Thanks, Gary. So yeah, now we're just trying to make sure that we've got the lighting consistent on the base, given this light source here. Well, you can't really see that, but the light source is the window up the top. So we just need to try and have everything align with that light source. So it's a bit of a challenge, but it's a good challenge. Well, no, I don't think the LEDs will throw out a lot of light. So I'll show you the little LEDs that I built so far. Hey, buddy. Hey. Do you want to say hello? Come here. Hi, everyone. It's me, Hugo. I love being on stream. Do you, buddy? Do you? All right, buddy. Off you go. Yeah. So this is my. So I rigged this up, right? So this is the LED that I wire up, and then it sits I'm going to have to zoom out here. So the LED is going to sit here. Right, so it's a moon. And I'm going to paint a little bit of this face. And then this one's also a thing called filament wire. Here, I'll show you what the filament wire looks like, because it's fucking mad. However, there's a problem. We won't be able to show the filament wire off for too long. Because it's well, this is actually fucked now anyway. I've burnt the filament wire off. I'll turn all the lights off. You ready? Filament wire. It's really awesome. It's really bright. The problem is this battery is way too powerful for this, and it's actually shorting it out. It actually blew the LED in this one straight away in the moon. So I bought 2 of these because I had a feeling I was going to need a second one just in case. So before I do any more, I need to figure out exactly how much juice I need, and then how much like the resistors that I need. Well, no, I haven't. That's actually not a bad idea, Paul. I should go to JKR and ask them. Well, I went to a little there was a little game convention called GameX this weekend, with a little painting competition that I went down and checked out yesterday. And there was I picked up a couple of people's business cards. There was a dude who was offering 3D printing services, which was cool. And then there was a dude who had a card for a thing called Makerspace Brisbane, and it was a place where you could join up. I don't know the cost, but you could sign up, and they have a CNC cutter and soldering stations and all sorts of stuff set up that you can just go and use. So I think the second option will be I'll go and ask someone from there.
Excuse me.
Sorry, Rocket. Anyway, this thing. Yeah, was that YouTuber Mark Rhodes, by the way, Kung Fu? Might not have been. This filament is going to be used heaps in my cyberpunk city diorama, because this is going to look mad for like neon signs. Like you can shape it, super flexible, glue it in place with super glue, and then it'll light up like a neon sign. So it's going to be mad. The cyberpunk city is going to be awesome when I figure out how to do all that shit. Oh yeah, Boyle Hobby Time. Yeah, he's good. I like him. Okay, let's go. Alright, so I think we're going to do a pool of blood down here. Yeah, the Cyberpunk one, in many ways, mate, every project that I do has things to learn for the next project. The whole putting a LED moon in this was not because I think that this project needs an LED moon, but it was so I can learn about wiring LEDs. I did watch that one, Relax. I enjoyed it a lot. There's a dude who made a little book nook, a cyberpunk book nook, and the guy's name is Mods Workshop or something like that, some weird name. He's got like 2,000 subscribers, and I just stumbled onto the video, and it's fucking awesome. It's like almost exactly what I want to do with mine. So I'll see if I can find it for you, because it's fucking sick. And the guy's the fucking best too. He's got the best fucking voice. Yeah, I don't know if you guys are into. I love watching YouTube videos on dioramas and stuff, obviously. But that's awesome. That video is 10 out of 10. So that's sort of the vibe we'll be going for the Cyberpunk City, with trying to add my painting onto it. Which isn't to say my painting is all that special. It's just most of the people who make dioramas, even like Nerdforge, right? They don't come from a miniature painting background like I do. So I do like that guy too. Here's my problem with YouTube. Here's my problem with YouTubers. I understand it's all about the algorithm. I just want to watch a video about someone making something cool. I don't want to be told about like, sharing and subscribing. Comment down below. Here is a video from our sponsor. Every fucking video. If you have seen any of the videos that I've made for my YouTube channel, I've made a very conscious decision to never say like, share, or subscribe in any video that I've made. And I plan to continue to do that for the entirety of me making videos. If someone wants to like, comment, subscribe, share my videos, that's wonderful. This call to action rubbish, I hate it. But if there is ever a point in the future where I am trying to make money off it, and just to be expressly clear, mate, I do make money off YouTube, I do make money off Twitch. I'm still not going to do that. Could I make more money if I do that? Maybe. But I doubt it, because I think most people in this day and age have reached a point with YouTube where they don't need to be told like, comment, subscribe. That's just one of my pet peeves. Make your content about the content, friends. You know? You know what I'm saying? I like the way Miniac does it. He's one of the ones that does it really well. At the very end of the video, he goes, "Subscribe or die! And don't forget to paint more minis!" But anyway. We are going to finish up stream soon, friends. Yeah, Miniac's the aspirational goal for Big Deno, right? He's set himself up a studio. He makes videos. He makes interesting videos. His focus is on his content, right? He doesn't just pump out videos for the sake of pumping out videos. He focuses on making an interesting video and does something good with most of his videos. But he does it as a career now, so we may see the slow decline of Miniac turn into another YouTuber. But I don't think so. Yeah. I should try and do a collaboration video with him. Where I can teach him how to paint. Tell him I said that. Alright, pools of blood. But I'm going to go and make some breakfast, friends. It's been a wonderful... it's not... He doesn't use cardboard. He's used plastic card for the majority of it. The cardboard was just to design and... Who said Kuso name dropping me? Cujo? When did he do that? In one of his videos? I ought to go watch Cujo's videos now. Fuck. I love Cujo. He's one of my heroes. Fuck, I'm going to have to go find that now. Love you, Cuj. Anyway, I'm going to continue working on this a little bit more today. And Andy Bucks and I will be back tomorrow for Party Monday. We will continue working on the vampire diorama. And we'll also get to see what Andy's working on at the same time. It's going to be glorious. Alright, friends. I'm off. Have a wonderful day. Let's find some great person to raid. Raid! See you, Kung Fu. See you, Mini Mancer. See you, Match Fixer. See you, One Pot. Yeah, Cowboys for next year, mate. Cowboys for next year. We're a real chance. We're a real chance. I think we'll go raid. We'll go raid Barkax. He's a pretty good dude. What? What is happening? Why is my life not working? I've done something. I don't know what I've done. It's not working. Let's try again. Alright, friends. I'll see you tomorrow night. I did it. Well done, me.
Pyro, please go give them a follow. Awesome streamer. Show them some love. And Big Deno. We got a couple of back-to-back skis. Double raid. Welcome in, everyone.